how are you shaping up? How are you looking in pre-season now? How do you feel everything's going?
I think it's been going very well. The players have worked very hard. The main thing for us is how quickly they've got to know each other and gel very well, and the spirit amongst them has been fantastic. Like I say, the quality of the work has been good. You do pick up bumps and bruises and your typical pre-season soreness, and we've had to deal with that a little bit and be sensible with a couple on that. But overall, I'm pleased with the way it's going, and really looking forward to Sunday's test now.
How difficult is it to get them to gel then, when you've had 10 new faces in, haven't you? So how difficult is it?
It can be. It certainly can be, for sure. But like I say, the characters that we've brought in have made a big impact in the group. You know, the ones that we hear from last season, I feel that the cloud's been lifted off them with the arrival of the new faces, and you know, it's been pleasing to see the way that they've gone about it. Big
part of it, that, isn't it? When losing becomes a trend, to kind of get that out of the door.
Yeah, definitely. But like I say, when I was recruiting in the summer, you know, the main aim was getting characters in and getting leaders in and getting people that are winners, and I feel we've done that in the bodies that we've brought in.
You've had them climbing walls, you've had them hanging off of things. How did all that go the other day, the team bonding?
Brilliant. Yeah, really good. It's something that, you know, I think is really important. They've been wrestling already, so it was the next part of it, and it just freshens up pre-season. But it wasn't just about, like I say, climbing. It was about taking themselves out of the comfort zone, putting them in situations that a lot of them have never been in, and speaking to one or two probably never will be in again. But taking that collective responsibility, ownership, problem solving, building trust with the teammates, all the things that, you know, are transferable onto a football pitch, in my opinion. And you know, sometimes we just do it in isolation on the football pitch, and I think it's been a massive value to us already.
Trust's a big thing, isn't it?
Huge.
To trust your teammates that they're going to do what's expected of them, as well as you doing what's expected of you.
Yeah, definitely. You know, when you go to pick a team, the first thing that the manager, any manager, will tell you is they want to pick 11 that they know they can trust. Likewise for the teammates, you know, it's a great feeling when you know that you've got 10 around you, and you've got your bench as well, that where you know that they've got your back, and the group already have settled in, and you can see that, and we're doing different things in training to just try and build on that trust as well.
So it's 10 so far. Are you looking to still add? What do you want to still do?
No, I'd like to still add. Obviously, you know, people have said it's, you know, you brought a lot in, you brought 10 in, but in my opinion, I look at it as only 10. You know, I've only got 10 in. We still have a big squad. We still have 25 in the squad, so that's 15 from last season. So, in an ideal world, you want to try and bring as many players as your own that you possibly can. But I understand we have to, you know, cut a cloth accordingly, and we're now just being selective, if you like, and waiting to see what happens with one or two others moving on. But we certainly have identified targets. Yeah.
Do you need outs then now before you can bring
probably
some more in?
So? Yeah, probably so. So we just you know, just keep an eye on things, and like I say, it's just seeing where the market is. It's been a strange market this season. I don't think it's really got going yet, which is really surprising. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens with the big boys, because I think it has a knock-on effect.
You must be pleased to have 10 in the door so early, though, if you say it hasn't really got going yet.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's a credit to Stefan, it's a credit to Julian and everybody else for the work that we've put in. And like I say, that was my main aim, to try and get as many in as quickly as possible for the reasons that we've talked about there, and the impact that it makes us, you know, straight away, rather than 3 weeks down the line. And you know, they've gone about it well.
And a real mix of experience as well. Obviously, people look at your strikers and go, they've played in the Football League for year after year, but then you've gone into the non-leagues and brought players up as well. So getting, I guess, that all brought together, that moulded together, is going to be one of the big tasks, isn't it? Getting those that are stepping up as well as those that have already been in the Football League. Yeah,
definitely. I think the young lad Tyler that you're talking about from the non-league, you know, he's come in and I think he covered more in 2 days with us than he probably did in 2 weeks. His non-league team, he was saying, and he's adapted ever so well. We've had to be careful with him because, like I say, he's not used to the full-time training and the intensity, but he's gone about it ever so well, and I thought he did well last Saturday in his first 45 minutes, and he's fitted into the group ever so well, and so we're pleased with his progress. It's going to take time a little bit with him, but like you say, he's learning. The education that he's had already, playing against Donaldson and playing against Vaughan is just incredible for him, and both him, even Powley, Powley, O'Connor spoke to me the other day and he was saying, geez, he says, the movement of those two and how strong they are, and I said, look, they were brought in for obviously footballing reasons, but one of the other reasons was to help and educate our younger ones, and they've certainly had that impact already.
And do they have that character? They enjoy doing
unbelievable. The pair of them, I can't speak highly enough already. I knew it. I did my homework on them. I've known James Vaughan a long time. I tried to sign him when I was at Blackburn, and so I've known all about him. I've seen him at close quarters, so I knew how much of a leader he was. But they're very good. The pass on information, and Clayton was terrific with Powdy the other day, just sort of like saying, don't go too tight there because I'm spinning you, and he did. And it was brilliant, and it helps us, the coaches. I said all along, we don't have all the answers, and so some of the players, some of the little tips that they give them, it's brilliant for me.
Can I throw one name at you? Chris Taylor. Is he someone you're interested in?
Well, he played for us the other night.
But how much are you likely to be able to do something with him?
Well, this is it. I mean, I've known Tails for years now, and I signed him at Blackburn and signed him at Blackpool as well, and I know all about him. I know what he brings to a group. He's very good in terms of off the pitch and galvanising a group off the pitch, and then also the value that he brings on the pitch. So, it's one where he's just been in from Monday. We're having a close look at him, and if the opportunity presents itself where we can get something done, that's something that we'll look to do. But at the moment, we're just helping each other out at the moment.
And a nice simple task at Liverpool this weekend. That's a nice little warm-up for you.
Yeah, I can't wait, honestly. It's been, once the game came around, and it's for an unbelievable course. The players are excited because obviously they're playing the European champions, and we're delighted to host them, and it'll be a great test, obviously. I think we've not let them have a ball this week because they won't see it on Sunday, so we thought we'd prepare them properly for it. But no, in all seriousness, it's a wonderful game for the footballers for us to play against, but it is obviously the main aim is about the charity and Stephen Darby and Chris Rimmer and raising as much money that we possibly can and highlighting the awareness of MND.
Do you have any idea how strong a team Liverpool are going to bring with them?
Well, I saw the teams last night at Tranmere, so if they bring them, then it'll be a close game. I saw. They're in pre-season, and like I say, I saw the game against Tranmere. The teams that they put out, I presume that they would bring them again. But it's the game is obviously, it's an important game for other reasons, but obviously there's a little bit of football as well.
And you've been here, 4 months now? This shows you what this club's about, doesn't it? How everyone's got behind this. 24,000 plus will be there at the weekend. It'll be a fantastic occasion.
I can't speak highly enough of the supporters. I think I'm getting to the point now where I'm losing, words to describe them that are fitting, that I've not already used in such a short space of time. The support, like I said, when I first arrived, throughout the course of the season ticket sales, then before the end of the season was just phenomenal. The support that turned up at Guiseley, selling this game out, is just incredible. But I think that's an appreciation and a measure of Stephen Darby. He displayed the qualities in a Bradford shirt that we're looking to bring in now, and I feel that we have done. But I think that's also a reflection on the supporters. They recognise, what an impact he had when he was here, and for him to take over the captaincy from Gary Jones, wasn't it? And that just shows the measure of the lad. And the fact that the supporters have turned out in the droves doesn't surprise me at all. But it's a reflection on Stephen Darby, that.
Thank you.
It's also important that a big match after the disappointment of last season to bring fans back in who may be wavering about whether they were going to come back or not.
Well, I think that was done before the end of the season by the unbelievable turnout for the season tickets. To have sold as many as we've done. I'm right in saying there's clubs in the Championship that haven't sold as many season tickets as us. So that just shows you the measure of the club. But from our point of view, we can't thank them enough, and it's going to be an unbelievable occasion on Sunday, and to see the ground full to the rafters is a wonderful achievement by the supporters of Bradford City.
And presumably, the club as a whole, the team, is now starting to feel more your team, and the feeling you have about it different to how you had last season.
Yeah, of course, definitely. That's it's common sense that we arrived with such a few games to go, and obviously you couldn't really bring anybody in because the window had shut. So, it's like I've said, I've started to put a plan together in terms of how I would want my team to look. But that's what I'm saying. I've only brought 10 in. People are going, "You've done a lot." I've only brought 10 in. You need more than 10 for a squad. But there are players that we've got here that will play a big part for us this season.
Under a month till the season starts now. How much can you get into the players physically to be prepared for that first match? Or does it take a couple of games at the start of the season?
Well, I think obviously the more games you play, the sharper you get. In terms of the actual work, physical load, if you ask them that question, they tell you they've had a lot already. But we're now getting to that stage where we'll be playing Tuesday, Saturday in friendlies as well. So they're going to get the minutes into them that way, and we're gearing up for obviously the start against Cambridge.
Gary was saying about the experience and the atmosphere. I mean, for some of the players, that will be a useful opportunity as well, won't it? Because they'll sort of see that big crowd, that big stadium atmosphere and expectation that they hopefully have to get used to during the season.
Oh, listen, for some of them, and I said it to them the other day, for some of them, it would be the biggest game of their careers so far, like your likes of Clayton and your likes of James Vaughan. Obviously, they played in front of those size crowds before, but so their experience and passing that on again is vital for us, not just for this game in particular, but throughout the course of the season. And I will get a real good indication on who can handle playing at Valley Parade, and thriving in front of the supporters. Everybody that I spoke to when I was recruiting them, that was my main question. Can you handle playing in front of these crowds? Can you handle playing in front of packed houses every other week? And they all obviously were excited and delighted to want to come and be part of that. So I'll get a better understanding of that from Sunday's game. We'll learn a hell of a lot. But ultimately, I keep going back to it. It's more important for Stephen Darby and the raising the awareness of the foundation that he set up, and making as much money as we possibly can on the day for them.
And as you say, he's got such a great figurehead in terms of what you want this team to achieve now, isn't it?
Well, I've only been here, like you say, 4 months. The amount of people that hold him in such high regard and speak so highly of him is incredible. And we've spoken on the phone, and he's shocked and surprised by the response of everybody, which again tells you what he's like. He's very humble, but he's gonna come and address the players on Sunday, and we're looking forward to that because. Like I say, if we can get players that achieve what he did for the club, then we'll be going in the right direction.